Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I'm Gary, your host, and this is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. This time, I want to have a little look at some of the early days of Groo the Wanderer by the great Sergio Aragones. Just about a week and a half or 2 weeks or so ago, I did an episode on the wild and wacky world of Sergio Aragones from mid-70s from DC Comics. And oh yeah, he's great. Sergio is great. Now we're going to have a look. That's when I told you a little bit about him. He is of course a Spanish-born, Mexican raised cartoonist who primarily made his name in Mad magazine. So, and is the creator of Groo the Wanderer. Groo is a fantasy humor comic book character created by the classic Mad magazine and DC's plot and horror titles, writer and cartoonist Sergio Aragones. He drew and plotted the books, which were then scripted by Mark Evanier, lettered by Stan Sakai, and colored by Tom Luth. Groo has been featured by a variety of publishers: Pacific Comics, Eclipse Comics, Marvel's Epic imprint, and Dark Horse and Image Comics. He made his first appearance in a short story in Destroyer Duck #1 in 1982. And he was among the first widely successful creator-owned characters, and is one of the longest-running collaborations and the longest-running creator-owned character. And he inhabits a medieval-style world, type fantasy world, prolific with magic, dragons, and legendary creatures, as well as a variety of dinosauroid-type creatures, and a variety of people, some non-human. Okay, I just love Groo. Okay, and of course we start off with here in this little batch. I've got three different #1s for Groo. And this is by no means all of my Groo books. I haven't bought any new Groo books in many years. But I still loves me my Groo. And of course, this is Groo #1 from Pacific Comics. This is 1983, and of course, this is for most of us our introduction to Groo. I've never seen that short story that was in Destroyer Duck. And there's other ads on the back. Have a brief biography of Sergio, and then the first page is just an introduction. It says, "Hola, I am Sergio Aragones, and I am pleased to welcome you to the first issue of Groo the Wanderer." And it's just a brief introduction before we get right into Groo, and this is when he gets to really shine with these double-page spreads, and they get much more complex and complicated through the years. Often having a few lines of verse in there, and Groo's image, while staying primarily consistent, he has evolved a little bit. I think his nose has gotten bigger. Friends and enemies. And here it begins. We must skewer Groo. We must hang Groo. We must skewer him, then we'll hang him. We will skewer him, then hang him, then stab him, then choke him, then burn him, and then we may get really nasty. And this is a lot of the Groo stories begin and end this way. It's a lot of fun and humorous and of course great stuff. Of course, initially it's just it's just Groo. I don't think we ever find out much of his. He said I was a guard in the army. Don't know much of his origin. It may have been revealed later, and I just don't remember it, or I've never seen it. And Sergio's work. Of course, Sergio is known as one of if not the fastest working cartoonists in comics, and he's all kinds of details. Of course, he's really well known for Mad Magazine for his marginals, as well as his little pantomime panels, and but we'll see here that he is great at because he studied mime, which has really helped him do the silent pantomime pages, and really tell the story visually, and the details. Even here, you can kind of see his swords, Japanese samurai type swords, and the intricate detail that he puts into them. But everything has a humorous stylization, and and he develops a lot of running gags. And here it is again, people chasing him, wanting to kill Groo. It was very common for the end of his stories. Lots of ads. Sage right off the bat. He develops a lot of secondary characters who become recurring characters. Primarily, chief among them is Sage, the Sage. Of course, Sage means is a wise man. Here we have issue number 2, still 1983, Danger Quicksand, yeah. And you can really see all the intricate details in here. Let's see what we have on this spread. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, you see it's just amazing. All the details, funny details, intricate details in a spread like this, including the construction of the houses. He also studied architecture for a time, which undoubtedly helps him a lot. And from what I understand from some of my older reading a long time ago, that he has a lot of, it's like a big old stack of National Geographics close at hand for all kinds of reference material for costumes and architecture and the like. And has, of course, develops a lot of running gags, like him being called a mendicant, which is a beggar, stuff about mulch, and his quest for kopans, which is money, to buy cheese dip, which is his favorite food. And it's just so classical. Oh, the Travels of the Wanderers. Got a mayor cartoonist. A kind of a map, as along the lines of the Hyborian maps for Conan the Barbarian. This is issue 3, PC Comics. See in here, there's creatures here. This looks like some kind of dinosaur like critter. Oh yeah, this is one, the caravan, and of course it ends the same way. He's done all kinds of stuff, done all kinds of fighting. Finds out he's been working for the wrong people, and everyone wants to get him. 6 months on that caravan and no reward. Some days this job is no fun. And everyone said, annihilate Groo, boil Groo, dissect Groo, fry Groo. All kinds of silly things. Groo. Everybody loves Groo. Oh, Dan Stevens on Alien Worlds. not Dan Stevens, Dave Stevens. And of course, this Groo number 4, and this is an homage to Frank Frazetta, classic Frank Frazetta painting. Somerset Holmes. Oh, I remember that. Alone, vulnerable, terrified. I don't remember much about it, though. And here's a couple of ads for some Jack Kirby stuff. More Groo. And, of course, more characters. Eventually, he gets a dog, Ruferto, but not in this batch. And then Sergio would have a variety of many pantomime silent pages of little gag pages of Ruferto, the dog. And the dog just worships Groo. Oh, here we go. Flip. Oh, doing the giant squash. So he gets him, does the old David and Goliath thing with this two-headed giant. Boom. Something is undoubtedly wrong, and slice Groo, kill Groo, spear Groo, slay Groo. Groo must die. Groo must be destroyed. That's a great drawing. It's how Groo imagines himself. And then here, of course, number 5, 1983. This might be the beginning of 84. And it's still 83. And it has a heavier quality paper. I think the price has gone up. No, the price stayed the same. But this is a heavier, I think, of the Baxter paper. And different, which holds the color a little better. And again, he's shanghaied. And again, there he is. He gets shanghaied and put on a ship. And these massive, fantastic double-page spreads with these crowd scenes. He's just great with the crowd scenes. He gets seasick, and he's chained up, and he pulls the cleats out, the staples out, holding his chains, and rips a hole in the bottom of the ship. Oh, that's just great, funny stuff. Oh, the voyages of the Wanderer, showing what's been going on, and then our backup story of the Sage. Then we skip 6 because I don't have it. Oh, yeah, this is when he meets Chakal, the woman warrior. She becomes a recurring character, too. This is number 7. Yeah. Oh, and he just falls madly in love with Chakal, and she doesn't want to have anything to do with him. Sergio. Chakal. And everything's all great. Then Groo number 8. Still with Chakal here. But now we're up to 1984. Oh, Monsters Wars. It's first Groo the Wanderer, Warriors 2. Check this. Yeah, Chakal never wants to have anything. Here we have some lizardly people, and no one wants to have anything to do with Groo. He often has to be incognito. Look at the dinosaur-like monster there, and he has to. No, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, keep a low profile because everyone always wants to kill Groo. Now that's the end of the PC period. I didn't have 6. I may have it, or have had it. I think I have had it. Here it is. Eclipse Comics, Groo Special, number 1, 1984. More of the same. And here he is with the Sage. And he wanders, travels all over. The music of Marcos. He's always trying to get something to eat, and it usually never works right. Trying to trap something latched onto a girl he doesn't want to have with him because she's not Chakal. Oh, it's monkey people. Oh my gosh! Looky here. It's like paper dolls, standees, and here is one of his pages. What am I trying to say? Pantomime, silent pantomime pages. The whole story. Quack, 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 quack. Zot, Scott McCloud, and Crossfire, Mark Evanier, and Dan Spiegel. Then here we go to Epic, when it was being published by Epic. Here's Groo #1 from Epic. This is Volume 2, #1. And another introduction similar to what he had with the very first issue. The Song of Groo. Oh yeah, the minstrel. Minstrel, I forgot about the minstrel. He is becomes a recurring character too. He's usually telling the story. Oh, just some quite interesting stuff. Remember, Sergio also created Batlash at DC, and he wrote the stories, and Mark Evanier or someone else usually did the script, because especially back at that time, his English wasn't nearly as good, but now he's quite fluent. And then we're going to finish this batch up with Groo #4 from Epic. This is from 1985, I think. Yep, 1985. Let's take a look at that spread. Oh, it's a flying ship. Groo the Wanderer, World Without Women. Uh-oh. More havoc. Oh, yeah, and all kinds of running gags like Groo does what Groo does best, and into the fray, and stuff like that. Sometimes he bolsters people and to defend themselves, and then and etc. Cons people into hiring him to be a guard or soldier or what have you, and things usually go wrong, and there they are, as usual, chasing him. And his moral: remember that what is good for the goose may not be so good for the gander. Oh, you idiot! We did not want to be rescued. Those men treated us like queens. They fed us, clothed us, they waited on us. Roast Groo, parboil Groo, puree Groo. oh, it's typical Groo nonsense. I love Groo. I love Sergio. And please tell me what you think of Groo. I'll come back and we'll show some more Groo another time. Thank you for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Tell me whatever you have or want to about Groo the Wanderer by the great, can't say great enough, Sergio Aragones. Ooh, my finger's in the way. And remember, comics are art.